Yeah, Libra. I told you. I told you. I told you. Okay? Iblis is mad. The battery died. That's why you got two parts to this reading. Okay? Iblis is highly irritated. Who is Iblis? Satan. Okay? So they're going to be helping you. He don't like that shit. You're not going to have my followers building on your empire. I'm going to just have them do more reckless shit to somebody who's weaker. Well, you go ahead and you do that. But when Almighty Thor Jalali Wali Kram says, all the people that tried to shit on you, this is a receptive, creative endeavor brought to you, brought by two emperors, created by two emperors. It's going to be in support of each other, and they're going to be massively successful. So if God says you have to, all these haters are going to help. All these frenemies, enemies, just crazy people, just people in general, just being negative. Every person, place, or thing will be a catalyst. Became a catalyst. You've just enlisted yourself into the Marines by doing that, because you're going to be working. I'm going to turn you into it. You're going to be a servant of God by the time you're done, because you're going to be able to take the heat. You're going to be able to take that punishment. You're going to want to get out of the Jehannam. That's the hellfire. You're going to want to get out of that. Okay? And what is Empress going to be doing? I'm sorry, what is these two emperors going to be doing? Enjoying the success. Probably enjoying a new baby. Probably enjoying the process of making the new baby. Okay? Yeah, man. So what I'm saying is you do have a kinship, for better or for worse. All right? I feel like y'all do save, y'all going to be an inspiration. Y'all going to save all these people from Satan's power because you're empathic and compassionate. Even though they hated on you, they're going to show humility. As long as a person shows humility, they have a right to apologize and repent to make things right for themselves. Everybody has that chance. Hopefully. It's like those strikes that were made against you, they get more intense. They getting more intense. You see, my battery died out of nowhere. When the hell did my I didn't even get the notification that hey, your battery's low. Turn on your battery saver, your power saver. I didn't get none of that. Iblis got pissed off once I said his followers is going to be laying down the bricks one at a time, building up something strong and solid. Dig. He got mad and the whole thing just shut down. And it's like those attacks are going to get so intense. They're going to get rough. They're going to get more and more vicious, but they only ever are going to feel like little pebbles being thrown at you. It's never going to affect you because you're protected. So we're going to say a prayer. Oh Allah, let there be separation between me and my sins, as you've caused separation between the east and the west. O Allah, cleanse me of my sins as white cloth is cleansed of dirt. O Allah, wash my sins with water, snow, and hail. Amen. Yeah, you have that authority. You have that willpower with the star. I was showing you the star and the chariot. How you have that ability to move forward through thick and thin, through right, wrong, and indifferences. But you got a lot of victory. You got victory coming your way. As I was articulating in the other one, you got a lot of sixes on this board. Six of Swords. You're peace and tranquil, and you're happy with the Knight of Wands. It's right next to the Knight of Wands. You know, you're embarking on a new journey with the Page of Pentacles. It's like, look. Somebody see your spirit and it's like, she can't be real. It may even be the masculine. Yeah, they can't be real. Six of Swords, Six of Wands, the Lovers, which is another six, Six of Pentacles, Four of Wands. That's the only time 4 and 6 is 10. The 4 of Wands and the 6 of Wands is a victory. That's the only time that 10 Wands is not a burden. Okay? The only thing you got to worry about is what to do with all the mass success. Everybody, you getting your flowers, I'll tell you that, with that Knight of Cups. Everybody wants to welcome you and invite you to everything. I see a lot of fancy lunches and dinners and things and public events that you're going to be invited to, Libra. You just keep doing what you're doing. Why is the Five of Cups here? And the Two of Swords. Because I don't get that that's your energy. Unless you're picking up on your person's energy. Yes, that's my person's energy. 9 of Swords. She's gone. Somebody is upset. Wasn't the 7 of Swords here? Or that was in the other reading. No, I'm right. 7 of Swords was underneath. It's underneath the Empress. Okay, and the Queen of Wands is like, I didn't mean to make her cry. I don't think he made you cry, but he just feels it's a lot of guilt. Somebody's real heavy-hearted about what happened, the things that happened. It's like what I feel like is we never mean to hurt people we take a liking to, but we don't have a heart to balance out what needs to be straightened out. It's like, I know I can't be with you, but I don't want to not experience you at the same time. Very selfish, arrogant energy, but he's paying for it now. Like it hit harder than what's to be expected. All right, that's what I'm getting from that. Intermission. I see clearly now. That's him with the 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 2 of Swords. I see clearly. I willingly forgive. I breathe love into my vision, and I see with compassionate understanding. I clear insight. My clear insight is reflecting my outer sight. I won't do that. I can never do that to this person. Like, it just bothers me that this person got the shorter end of me. But what's reality is it bothers me because I gave this person the shorter end of me. Now he's longing. He's longing for home, homesick to the stars. I hear Aaliyah. I don't know what to tell you. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Boundaries. You don't have boundaries. You gotta let it go. It's not yours to carry. Shuffle. The Libra. You like my scarf? I made a fancy little thing with it. It's okay. Okay. Shuffle. The Void. Separation. Separation. Stop and embrace the winner. He has to embrace it. Like, I feel like it I don't know if it's sped it up that these things happen with you guys. And on the bottom, you got Earth School, soul lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. You two, I really see y'all being the best of friends when all of this is done. I see it because y'all have so much to talk about because y'all learned so much from each other. Uh-oh, okay. Loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, addiction. Again with addictions, let God in, density. Somebody doesn't have the strongest of connections with God, but that's why you're going through that, because it makes you run to God, because you don't want to hurt people. When you're a good person, right, wrong, or indifferent, no matter what errors of judgment you make, the only error of judgment is going through with the temptation. Is like, if I never see you again, I want you to experience me. That's what I get out of it. Wait, it wasn't the time. Things were still needing to be seasoned or planted. Like, it was too fast. But he knows that now. It's like, you both know that now. That was way too fast. So this is conducive. All this is conducive. I feel like it sped up somebody's spiritual evolution. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Somebody had a bad father, or a father who had a lot of character defects when it came to parental discretion. Maybe like displaying bad habits in front of the children, that kind of thing. Like, there's no rule book to parenting, right? But I feel like somebody didn't get the best example from their father, and somebody misses their mother. I miss my mother. I always miss my mother. Well, why you don't just call her? I can't. Can't call her. You're not alone. Physical isolation, isolation, community. This is somebody who felt isolated in their own family dynamic or social group. They didn't feel heard. They didn't feel seen. They don't feel respected. They probably have a lot of friends online on a platform, but don't really connect with people in real life is what this is talking about. And that, you see that electrifying, like the currents between the two people? That's you two. It's like, I know what I'm feeling. This is from the man's perspective. I get what I'm feeling. Water your garden. This is what you did for this person and what this person did for you. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Like, that's what you get from you. Something that's pure and untainted. I don't want to say goodbye to her. This is somebody who don't want to loosen the grip. Where is that at? Loosen the grip. You see this card? Hold on. He does not want to let you go. But the separation is necessary so y'all can talk to God about these things. And just talk to God amongst yourself. To better yourself. You see the two of them? He does not want to let you go. That's the truth. You have a heart. You feel that. You pick up on that with the 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 2 of Swords. He can't. I don't know how he's doing it so far, but it's hard. I don't want to. It's giving me the energy of the best man, the second one. I think there's going to be a third one. But the second one where Mia passed away from cancer. He did. That's a forced separation. If you two of these cards, you're not alone and loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms with addictions. Not that you're his addiction, but he's realizing why he's so close to you. Why does this person mean so much to you? I don't know if someone's asking him that or if he talks about it, but it's something different about him. There's something that's different. It's not off necessarily, but it's different. He does not want to let this person, he don't want to let that go. But if that's the other half of your soul, you're not alone. You're never alone. That's you. You don't have to worry about feeling alone, but it triggered something in this person about addictions and loosening the grip. You can't put your person in place of what God's rights are over you. And that's the lesson why you have to be separated so that person can learn that. So there's a void. Longing for home to me is like your friendship with God. It's like needing to fix that part of life because nothing falls in place and have balance without that first. This is an education. That's why the 3 of Swords is on top of the 3 of Swords. And you got next to the 3 of Swords, the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords, clarifying that. Clarifying each other. This person is sent to you from God. You don't know that you're sent to this person from God too, but there's a right and a wrong way on how to show appreciation. Like, you can't jump the gun. It was too fast. Whatever happened, it wasn't time yet. It wasn't time for that. It wasn't y'all time yet. But you're looking a little deeper. When I split the deck, you got star ancestors. Look a little deeper, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. You're putting this person back in touch with who they are. And then you look at this. This is a healthy regimen. Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. It's coming. This person is a catalyst to jumpstart you jumpstarted a spiritual evolution. You're helping this person get on a more healthier regimen with their lifestyle. Whatever they're doing. You're helping them not do that. You're leading by example. Go ahead, Libra. I'm proud of you. Oh, you were the amplify like a mug. Okay, star bathing, light body, transmission activation. You see how this person's body is all lit up? If you can see it on camera. You didn't come to play, Libra. And you showed this person, I don't come to play. You're called, soul, gifts, and training. It's time to step up. See, this person thought they could just hang out. Or it would be okay to just hang out. No, when y'all get close enough, the importance of the both of you and why y'all even coming together and why y'all equal counterparts on this board, King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Cups. Let's talk about the King and Queen of Wands. That's a business savvy. And the King and Queen of Cups, that's spiritual. Both of them are spiritual. Both of them are creative when you mix them together. Okay? What did you think was going to happen? I think it's a little naive that you thought it would just be mundane or just be chill or just be the rare cooling. Like it's a lesson in that. And before you turn it karmic, God said, that's it. Let me help you before you go too far. Before you go too far. And Soul gifts and training. This person may not know he's a star seed or something like that. You could be a star seed. It's time to step up. You see how you answer into the call of nature? This person, the separation is going to pull that person to go do the same thing. Do what you're called to do. It's something about you're inspiring. There's so much pink here now. Love, Earth School. It's like, yeah, this person is studying the heck out of you. Because you look at the Earth School card, look, where did you come from? You had to have come from somewhere else. Look where she's coming from. And that portal she's coming through is pink. And it's from out the sky. And that's right on top of the Ace of Cups. So look at that. Like, this person knows who you are. Let's not play. They know. That's why it's so intriguing to talk to you and be around you. Just be in your energy. You may feel like this person, you may have been very heavy, like lethargic lately, you feel very exhausted. Those are your activations and your transformations. It's time to step up, and he is a catalyst for that for you too. Like, you're called to do something, together or not. Either way, he's going to step up out of respect of you. Out of respect of what you stand for, out of respect of how you carry on. It's a reason why it didn't go toxic for y'all. It's not going to go toxic for y'all. Nothing goes toxic for y'all. I just wish. Portal. Doors are open and you decide. Rewards. It's a wild card. Like, you're given a chance to do something bigger. You're given the chance to do something bigger. Karmic relationships. There we go. Get into it. Okay. Polarity, soul growth, conflict. Learning to grow closer through conflict. So what's conflicting for you? I think a lot of things may be conflicting for y'all. Like, you're getting closer regardless of what the tangible situation is. You still remain close. Like, it may be a conflict, two different lifestyles. You may lead two different lifestyles or something like that, or lead two different religions. Now you're growing closer through conflict. Okay, you got the 7 stars, expression, birthing, creations, tapestry of life. Why can't this person express themselves the way they see fit? I feel like you have a voice and you're helping this person express themselves. I'm sorry. You're giving them a platform to speak their heart, okay? Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. Like, look, I love you. Look how close we are in spiritual sense. Like, y'all are grounded in each other's energy. That's roots. Roots. We go way back. The whole bottom underneath here, we go way back. Look how y'all activated each other. Look how it was lit up in both of y'all. Lord, forge, don't follow. And it's right under pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Both of y'all feel slighted about something. Y'all coming from something that triggers abandonment, rejection, pain, as we explained already, is coming together nicely. And deep love, birth as a portal. So that portal could mean birthing of a new you. It's like you're the mother, he's the father of something. The masses have yet to still be revealed, but it's definitely a victory. And as I said that, what's on the bottom? Surrender to the sweetness, the Venus energy. Pleasure, joy, make love to life. He could not approach you. And I think that's honest. What I like about the two of you is the rigorous honesty. Okay? Even if you knew the situation was crazy, he surrendered to you, your sweetness. I'm not talking about nothing fresh. I'm talking about your aura. And it's right underneath water your garden. Look how you take care of yourself. Look how you carry yourself. Look how you come to the table. That's why. He's tired of going on that merry-go-round. Like Keith Sweat's song is playing in my head. Merry-go-round. That's a good song. You know? He's tired of doing that for people who just don't align with his morals, ethics, and beliefs. That is what I said. But all paths lead to home. All paths lead to within. If the path don't lead to you going in within, okay, because this is also North Node, South Node. This is North Node. North Node, the card North Node is on the board. Okay? You're gonna be the catalyst for this person to face their North Node. They have to face their north node to be with you. What's the north node? The Most High. Victory. Victory is yours. Vengeance is God. All right. Ready for another intermission? All is well in my world. Everything is working out for my fate, for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. There's a lot of trust, no matter what it looked like on the surface level. And that's true. You have faith. You stepped out on faith. Now let's talk about hidden knowledge. Akashic records, silent understanding. You're not speaking on everything you know, but this also coincides with that card, the void. Okay. Sounds sacred. What? Sacred breath and sound. Life force communication. It's something real angelic with the way that you speak. And you speak to each other through your sacral chakra too, because the dolphins are very sexual creatures. They climax, they mate, and they something with their sacral chakra is connecting with the dolphins. They sing and they climax, something with their climax. I got to study it to be very clear and concise in what I'm saying, but it's something with the sexual energy. You two speak it. You both are a catalyst for healthy sex. Healthy sex. Meaning if you have sex, it's healthy it's healing sex. Okay? When you speak to each other in sensuality and alluring, it's not so much the art of seduction, even though it probably would play a part out of sincere passion, but life force. You heal each other through physical communication. There's a lot of physical communication in how you articulate. It's a language within itself. Where that came from, I picked that up. That's the first thing that popped in my head. There's a lot of water. That's because y'all are the emperor showing up in the king and queen of cups. So water. Water is significant. In-depth emotion, the way you speak to each other is emotional. The sound, the words, emotional healing. Someone who speaks, you can speak publicly, and your words are emotionally healing. You're not here for the drama. That's what I hear that. Wow. What's on the bottom? Divine masculine. At least you're raising this baby. You are electric, active, powered. And you both are the emperors anyway. Ooh, child. It's coming together very nicely. You're going with the flow. You're letting go. Cleansing and receiving. You both probably come from control issues, have severe control issues, and you're helping get over control issues. You're helping the other person overcome control issues. He has surrendered. He fell for you. I fell for you. And I can't do much about it. And I fell for you. So it's a matter of time before he physically tries to approach you after separation. And when I split the deck, sensuality, hostilities, conflict, unrest. You're just at a place and space where he's starting to wake up. He's starting to wise up to being in conflict with people. Is a difference between moving further away through conflict, but you two conflict by way of life happening, just different lifestyles. One is committed to somebody, one is single. Conflict, and you seem to still be growing closer through conflict, and this is sensuality. What I say? Look at you to cast me out. Look at the tiger. Look at the colors. Look at the yellow. Okay? The yellow with that solar plexus. You happy. Feminine, wisdom, passion. There you go. That picture is pretty. The artwork is very pretty. And if you look at these two cards, they go to 8 and a 10 again. I don't know what that's about, but if you put it together, that's an 18, that's a moon, that's secrets, that's hidden. He has to hide his feelings for you. He can't let that be known because of the conflict of lifestyles. But that's in depth, like he goes deep, he right there with you. You see how he's looking right at her? He's following what the counsel that she gives. in whatever the manner that she gives it. So if you're a teacher of some sort, or some kind of counselor sent by the Most High, she's doing it. Her femininity is drawing him closer to the Most High. That's why she's so important. Okay, we're going to put this sensuality here, and the hostilities are going to go right next to it. It's a miracle that you're able to calm the waters. Peaceful self-regulation. You just relax. Relax. You're teaching them how to relax. You teach everybody how to relax. I feel like you show up like that in everyday life because you're on the wave of just it's time to relax. Okay? You're going to have a heart attack if you don't calm down. I don't think, deep down inside, he's asking for help. I split the deck, angelic assistance, divine guidance, loving support. That's who you are. Tenderness, true love, compassion. Remember Kevin Hart at the end of About Last Night when he was talking to Michael Ealy? Remember, he was the one having the sex with the friends with benefits with Regina Hall. And he was like, when I'm with her, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. So you put in the dynamic of Michael Ealy's connection with the person he was with, they actually moved in together quickly. They fell in love, they fell for each other after a one-night stand. They went on a date, they slept with each other, they fell in love, they moved in with each other, and then realized their differences. They were moving away through conflict. Kevin Hart's characters and his lady end up moving closer through conflict. So he's seeing a difference between who this person is at home and who this person is at home, like going within. This is tangible, this is inner work. You see what I'm saying? With the karmic relationships, soul growth through conflict, polarity, clairvoyance. I would be no more good if he came to you and said, I can hear you talking. I hear things, and that's God's way of telling. Either he has a gift or you have a gift, Libra. Inspiration, interpretation, trust. A lot of trust. And building your world. He got the premonition that creative expansion and networking. You see how you're grounded, you're focused, you're paying attention. He knows how you're doing, even if he doesn't talk to you. He could tell. He can tell by the energy. That's gonna make him fall for you even more. It's getting more passionate by the seconds, by the breaths. The breaths you take. Take My Breath Away by Jessica Simpson. Her album, her first album when she was with Nick Lachey. What was it? What was her hit song? The Sweetest Sin? Something like that. Oh my God. Please listen to her album. It hit, like I have somatic psychic senses now. My body's heating up. My heart palpitations, like it's fluttering, like I'm getting excited. Jessica's album with Nick Lachey, like when she first was married to Nick Lachey and they just like struck. She got married. They both blew up. They both was already big stars anyway. And when they got together, they had their TV show, their reality show. Her album at that time, which she's talking about him. Yeah, that's the vibe. That's how he feels about you. Listen to Jessica Album's first studio album. Oh man, I'ma link it. I gotta link that song. Would be The Sweetest Sin. That might be the name of the song. I apologize, Jessica. I'm not trying to mess your music up, but the whole album is dedicated to this reading. Building your world, creative expansion. You're going on a public platform. He knows that if he go with you, he's going to have that emotional and financial freedom. Power over difficulties, reclaiming your power. Difficulty, you're teaching him how to stand up for himself. But what's interesting in this picture is all these different things has a hold on this person. And it honestly has nothing to do with anybody in specific. This is just this person fighting demons, fighting inner conflicts. Like, this is inner conflict. There's no peace. So there's no rest. It's turmoil. It's tumultuous. It's crazy. And he don't relax until he think about you. He can't have you, so I have to think about you. Innovation, new creative. Innovative. That Aquarius energy is like, how can I keep it? I can't have it, but how can I keep it? I don't want to see this person leave. So I'm going to stay isolated. What was that card? Where's that card? You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection. This card talks about avoiding people, avoiding real human connections. I can't connect with no more people. I don't have peace. I don't want to bond with you. He's not bonding with new people. He doesn't want to bond with nobody. He just wants you. This card talks about isolation from people. I may have a friends list online or something like that. He may have conversations, subtle conversations, don't mean much. It doesn't mean anything. He's in love. He's like, it's like a lovesick energy. But he realized it's not about being lovesick. It's a transformation. You activated something. You got his heart pumping, palpitations. It's open. His heart is like open heart surgery, but spiritually, you're healing. It's like you're massaging a bruised heart or a broken heart. I mean, the Three of Swords is over here. Okay, that was the card on the bottom before we went into all the other cards. It was the Three of Swords, and the next one was the Queen of Cups and Ace of Swords. So this is, you're being used by the Most High to open that man's heart. Open it, or switch it around if it's the other way around. Like he's in love. Like Carrie took care of Big when he had open heart surgery. And he was like, what are we waiting for, kid? And she thought he was playing. She said it took the best surgeon in all of New York City, but for the first time, Big's heart was finally open. That's what it is. He also had an affair with Carrie when he was married to Natasha. If that's your story, it's like, it's hard to separate y'all. You're coming to learn that it's like Carrie could never explain why they attached to each other like that. And everybody thought he's just a player. He just want to have sex with you and you just keep being submissive to him because you in love. Like, you're being stupid, Carrie. And she's like, no, I'm not. It's something about Big. I just feel safe around him. He's just a very important person in my life. That's what she said. And this person is coming to realize about you. So even if you're not talking now, you may not go too long without talking to each other. Every so often, you're going to reconnect with each other because it's nature. It's like knowing that they're right for each other. But if you listen to the producers talk about the characters, how they built the character storylines, it's like, we knew Carrie and Big were right for each other. Look at this card in the film, Death and Rebirth, Darkness to Light. We knew Carrie and Big were right for each other, but we wanted to drag Carrie through the mud for a little bit before we made them come together. So that could be significant. Where I talk about the affair, you could have had an affair with your person and you might have fucked their relationship up. Having that affair, you may not have. But if I brought that up, don't. And Carrie was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm responsible for breaking up their marriage. And Samantha was like, it wouldn't have worked anyway. They got married too fucking fast. A 7-month itch. Okay? So maybe 7 months ago or 7 months coming within the next 7 months or something. I don't know, something may change. I'm not cursing nobody's relationship, but that came out for a reason. I was called to say that. Divine Mother, Angelic Assistance. Exactly. I think, and according to that storyline too, I think it was the second season. After the first season ended, she broke up with him because he wouldn't commit. He wasn't with nobody, but he didn't want to commit to her neither. He was just playing the field. And she broke up because he didn't want to introduce her to his mother or something like that. And he was like, it's just something I have to do on my own time. And she broke up with him. She said, I cried for a week. But it was like 6 months later before she talked to him again. So 6 months, 7 months later, expect change. Expect polarity. Expect soul growth. Expect to grow closer through conflict. See, right now it's just the beginning. Like it's going, y'all going through the motions. It's new. It's fresh. It's intense. It's crazy. It's activation. It's spiritual activation. But I'm gonna stop it with the angelic assistance. Intermission. Time for another intermission. I forgive myself. The mental clarity with the purple on this card. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I'm free to love myself. See what you're teaching? Victory. You got the acolytes, new projects, and learning. So on sunnier days and more production, because both of you are very successful. Big was a multimillionaire, and she eventually became a millionaire too. What is it? The Pilgrim, opportunity, growth. I'm going to lay some more cards down before I start reading it. The Witch, rebellion. That gives me that innovative energy again. With doing something against what's tradition. So what I'm saying is, what I see from that already is what's tradition, whatever the perception of the dynamic of your connection could be frowned upon or judged harshly, and that's tradition. It's not going to go like that in the future. Typically you or him could be people who would have naturally used a strong or harsh judgment against somebody who interacted with each other the way that you two did. Now you're not ignorant to why that could even come about at this point. It's like at this phase in life, and according to how you feel in your experience, you have a newfound respect about something, or about people, about love. That's because your hearts are open. The Pathless. Difficult decisions, lack of direction, clarified by the Runaway. Secrets, running from problems. You're learning not to do that. You can't run away from it. I don't think you can never run away from each other. You may have tried at first or thought that was the right thing to do, but it didn't happen like that. Sure-footness, predestination, the Hunter. I'll track her down. I'll roam the streets of Paris until I find her, and that's clarified by the Sailor. The Influences, Wanderlust. This can all be futuristic experiences. I think it's coming. If it hasn't happened already, if it came to pass for some, it's coming for some. And when I split the deck, the Dancer and the Diviner. Divine timing, girl, guys, okay? The Dancer, self-expression, strength. The Diviner. He planted the seeds. The separation is to watch him grow. You could have felt robbed in this experience. I know it's an underlining tone of I feel like something was taken from me. The Champion, achievement, downfall. Oh, okay. I keep rearranging my crystals to lay the cards down. And you got the Walker, the unknown. Yeah, it's a catalyst to start that spiritual evolution. You have angelic guidance. So while you're building your own world and your own expansion, Libra, this person is learning himself, going within. Thank you to you. And you got the catalyst, radical changes, taking control. Somebody's taking back control of their life and healing in your absence. That's what they're doing in their absence. I don't know why I feel like I have to pray again before I start this. But when it comes to like your new projects and stuff like that, it just feels like you're not making progress. Like it may be time to think about learning something new and expanding your horizons. Like you could be taking up a hobby or a new class or a fresh experience. It's like you'll enjoy the rewards immediately. So upon meeting each other, you both are graduating from stagnancy. And learning is an infinite journey. Embrace the fun of new experiences, and it'll provide that fresh perspective you need That was what you did for each other. I cannot make this shit up. Every reader says that, but that's what y'all did for each other. It's like y'all kind of woke each other up to new things, to feelings. Obviously, if your heart is open now, you got new opportunities. You have a chance to grow and evolve from what you used to know. So tradition, I think you've outdated tradition or outdated traditions. That's no more. Okay? Like a pilgrim. So much like a pilgrim, you've been so busy focusing on your destination that you're missing out on the journey itself. It's like learn to enjoy not just the finish line, but also the process of growth that comes with the journey, and celebrate the smaller achievements along the way. Not to call you guys' interaction a small achievement, but everything that you've been working. It's like y'all were iRobots before. In your independence away from each other. It's like whatever you got, whatever the lifestyle you're living, it's like routine. Move your head this way, get up and do this by this time, come back and do this by this time. Okay, and it has no passion. You was lacking the passion. Okay, you was getting the shit done, but you was lacking the passion. At the same time, you were drained because you were bored. Okay, and then y'all two came along. It's like two children playing together. It's like two best friends that don't want to leave each other alone. So when you see the witch, you see the world is about old traditions. The world is full of old wisdom, but some advice is too outdated for modern lives we live now. So tradition is a set of guides, but it's not necessarily a strict rule book. So if you find out that you're being held back by how you should approach a situation, you see what I'm saying? Break from the tradition and forge your own route. Surround yourself with others who think outside the box and embrace the tradition. So one or both of you could have presented a proposition and you might have tried to achieve it or attempt to do it and you weren't quite ready yet. You realized that you were coming to that new innovative idea with outdated beliefs or the tools that it's not required for what you're trying to accomplish. So now you're going back to the drawing board in your absence from each other. So it's like with the pathless, difficult decisions, lack of direction, and that's what it make you feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to be feeling inadequate about somebody who's that kind of important to me. So let me go back to the drawing board. It feels like progress on whatever you've been working towards has no ground to a halt, but others might give you unsolicited advice. But you know yourself better than anyone else. So when you take a step back and consider that new direction, but don't keep stubbornly moving forward if it's not getting you anywhere. That's the point. It's like, I can't keep going with what I already know. That's an outdated belief to a new experience. Now I got to learn the tools. I got to learn the etiquettes, the eloquent speech. There's a certain speech that comes with this. If you're the Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, this person is stepping up like you're stepping up. So y'all don't even speak to each other people the way that you might speak to each other. It's a calmness. It's a rare coolness. It's a terminology. It's a certain eloquent speech that comes with it, along with some actions, some integral actions. So when you look at the runaway, I say runway, like secrets, running from problems. You might have initially approached each other as an escape from reality of what your true reality is or was, and that immediately backfired on you, so to speak. You know, it's like it's normal to want to run from your problems rather than face them because it's difficult, but you'll soon find out that it won't resolve anything. Your problems will simply follow you until you're overwhelmed by everything you've been avoiding. And that's what happened. That could have been like the tower to release the situation for how you've been practicing, how you've been showing up in it. It's really like release your old self. Look at the caged birds, like free yourself. This is too much trying to fit into somebody's boundary box. That don't work like that. And your sensuality, Libra, your feminine wisdom and passion is teaching them to do that. Like, you wild at heart. I love you, Libra. You're so free. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're overwhelmed, and it's time to start admitting to yourself that you're running, whatever you're running from, you got to face it. You got to take it head on, hook, line, and sinker. You got to make it sprung off of you so you can deal with it accordingly in a healthy fashion. Eccentric. Where did you learn to speak like that? Why do you talk like that? Like you serenade people with your words. It's interesting that you speak like that. I never seen the hunter in any of my spreads just yet. So I'm going to read it. I don't have all of an idea. I got some of an intuitive idea. Because if you look at it, it kind of gives me hangman energy because it has a rope at the top where you could hang yourself. You know, like if you're not careful, you could get yourself entrapped. But it's right on top of hostilities, conflict, and unrest. Like if you don't get on top of it, it's going to be too tight around your neck. Like loosen up your collar in a way. It's time for you to put your head down and block out all distractions. Yes, the forest may be beautiful, but stopping to admire the view won't get you any closer to your goal. You are the hunter right now. That's that emperor energy. Your path is clear. Your prey is within sight. It's like this person is not letting you get away. Okay? Now I hear the song, how could I let you get away when I knew I need somebody soon. That's our parents' era of music. How could I let you get away? He's not letting you get away. I think he regret that if he did. No matter how tempting, slow down for a moment might seem okay, but now's not the time. Maintain your focus and determination to complete your task. It could have been something you already had your head in the books about, and this was like almost a you almost want to say this was a foolish distraction, or you were almost persuaded into believing that was just a foolish distraction. Get your head back in the game, focus on what you've been doing, and for a minute you might have went for that, but at a soul level, it's not quite the same. It's like I'm not quite the same person. I'm surviving through outdated beliefs. First of all, the word surviving. You have no business still surviving. And you're coming to realization that with that mental clarity, something about this person is showing you that you don't need to survive. You need to merely live. Address the issues that you're dealing with. That's what this person is taking accountability about. So it's like everybody around you could be like, who is this influence on this masculine, on this emperor? Like, are you in love? Like, what's going on with you? Somebody could be pulling you aside, like, I noticed that you're a little different now. You talk a little different. You're thinking a little, like something about you is a little, it's not off, not in that way. It's just a little different. I'm not used to hearing you speak like that. What's up? So when you get the sailor in your spread, you see that it looks like Piscean energy, like water. It's like in depth. Things like that, that's like you're sailing. You're supposed to be sailing. You ain't supposed to be in a chokehold somewhere. Like the sailor represents two possibilities, the familiar shores of home and the yearning for distant lands. So it's a conflict. Yep, it's a conflict. Like we were just saying, you may be craving a change of pace. However, big or small, and the current moment might be the perfect one to start afresh. Libra, I don't know what you do, but your brain power is like on the zillionaire, okay? But whatever you do to satisfy your cravings, don't forget the importance of your origins. Let me see what the dancer says, because I didn't have that one in my spread before neither. I want to further amplify what the sailor is talking about the origins. The origins of what? Don't forget who you are. Because if you look at the dancer, it's like the dance of life is what it gives me. With the red, the passion, Keep Dancing on Me by Sierra. You see how the two hands are there? It's just them. I see Beat It by Michael Jackson where he's resolving conflict. There it is. You and this person resolve a lot of conflict, whether it's in yourself or each other. Self-expression and strength. You can be yourself. It's time to stop worrying about what the world thinks of you and embrace the parts of yourself that you've been trying to make more palatable to others. Self-acceptance comes with maturity, and a recognition of your own capabilities, a revelation that is stronger for having come through a period of doubt, self-doubt. You dig? It's time to free yourself from the past and embrace yourself for you. I just feel like it's life experience. It's just all together. It's not a unique person over the next. It's not that. But when you think and act a certain way due to life experiences, certain people, places, and things are going to be attractive to you based off of where you come from, based off of what's not healed, as well as based off what is healed. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't attract the same person when you wasn't healed as when you are healed. It's a totally different frequency, a vibration. You have the strength and compassion within you have not realized yet. So what this person sees in you, they're realizing, you're making them realize the same things you are in love with me about. My compassion, my true love, like, that's the real deal. You have the same things in you. That's your frequency together. That's why you're so attracted to each other. So when you look at divine timing and evaluation, you don't have to go about it in a deceptive way because it's the real deal. You don't need to do anything but just let God do it. Let's see, won't he do it? Pray, talk to him. He's putting it all together for you. It's like you've taken the actions needed to achieve your desired outcome. And right now, nothing more can be done to hurry it into fruition. So that's where the frustration might be coming in. You're growing closer through conflict. This is a spiritual connection. It's like, I'm only releasing one mass at a time. That's the most, says the Most High. So you can only go as far as I release the masses to the conglomerate that forms the conglomerate. So you got to be patient. Rather than wait impatiently, take this moment to evaluate your progress and allow things to happen in accordance with the divine timing. You're making the arrangement so that when this outcome does occur, you're in the best position to embrace it. Who's cleaning up their act to go with such and such and such and such? That starts with the Most High. Then it's a self-love journey to yourself. Then it's samadhi. Yeah. Don't judge each other based off of what you might have fell into so far. That's not the case with these two. I did it because I know that's not the case between us. Oh, somebody cocky. You better let them know. Libra, is that you? Yeah, or is that your person? Yeah, he said it. He said what he said, or she said what she said. When you see the champion, you see achievement, but then you also see downfall. So it's like you're riding high on a victory at the moment, and you've earned the right to celebrate, but don't let it go to your head. Not only could arrogance unpick all of the progress, but if you turn your back on a half-finished job, you may see the successes fall apart faster than you can hold them together. So it's like, I accomplished what I wanted in the short term, but it ain't enough to keep us going in the long term. This gives me unrequited energy. And that's with the reality of knowing that what you're learning, where you still need to grow, which is going to make it more reciprocal in the long run. And then what finalizes that is the walker, the unknown journey. What you thought you had in the bag through sincere, foolish arrogance, you're learning now, like, I was arrogant as fuck. Penetrating this person. I shouldn't have did that. It's like, you might not have regretted it at first. It might have been a shallow victory, but not now. With the walker, it's like a sense of regret seems to be coloring everything lately. Bro, alhamdulillah. Let's keep going. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep walking, okay? It's like sucking away the joy of the journey. Okay? Perhaps you've been forced to leave something behind in order to move forward. Alhamdulillah. Or maybe it's the result of circumstances beyond your control. Whatever it is, this pain is necessary to a point. Rather than wallowing in self-punishment, shed that regret and move on. Somebody may not know how to move forward. Like, I don't know how not to feel guilty. Okay? Time for another intermission. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Each moment of the day is special to me as I follow my higher instincts and listen to my heart. I am at peace with my world and my affairs. You're trying to be. At first, it might have felt like you probably are fulfilled. It was a shallow victory, okay? Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yo, y'all hollering over there yet? Like, damn, bro. Like, how the fuck you do that shit? Healing family issues. Like, this could be anything. Bloodline or marital. Okay? Growing closer through conflict. Like, you wasn't the catalyst to get the foreplay going for nobody, Libra. And neither is that person. But you saw something in each other. It's something in each other. It's like, I can't let go. I got a thing for you. What you won't do for love. This person had no conviction. Retreat. This person's forced to step back. Call a truce. It's time to disconnect from the world. To have that heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So now you got to have that talk. It's uncomfortable, but you got to have it. You had to have that talk with that person. I don't want to say that to that person, but somebody might have noticed a shift and change in you, and you gotta face it head on. Pay attention to the red flags. I noticed like somebody's saying like you a little different now, and just clarifying that is release your ex. Yikes! The time has come to clear your energy. I'm not happy. I want out. I'll be more than fair with you. I'll help you get on your feet, etc., etc. I need to be on my own for a while. I just want to be on my own. This is a person who is coming to terms with, I need to be on my own. I've been in one connection after. My father went through that, where it's like one relationship after another. And every relationship I've seen him be in is like 3 people altogether, and one of them including my mother. They all are more than 10 years long. Like, damn, what my dad did, he finally said, I can't take it no more. I just need time to myself. I'm overwhelmed. Okay, I'm acting out. I'm not committed. I'm not faithful to nobody. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not faithful to myself. How am I going to be faithful to you? I can't promise you anything. I'm not pouring back into myself. He was around a lot of needy people, or clingy people. People only want you for particular things. People who are codependent. A lot of codependencies. I went from one addiction to the next. It's like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I can't stand myself right now. Like, it's too much. This person hit a brick wall. And my dad spent the next 10 years of his life single before he got into another relationship. And yes, he's committed to somebody now. And it's been some years now. But those 10 years he was by himself, it was heaven. That might be your person. Soulmate. Yes, that is your soulmate. That's going through that. Okay? Get to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. This person could be, if you are a recovering addict, they could be going to meetings. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I am so proud of you. If I don't get to tell you to your face, I'm telling you now on this platform, if you watch it, I'm very proud of you. Forgiving and learning. That's definitely somebody coming out of addictions and attending meetings or attending therapy. As you're getting to know each other. That's you and your inner star player. As you're getting to know God, you get to know yourself better. Okay? As you release, and that's on a soul level. Okay? First of all, before you can even connect with anybody else, before you can disconnect before you can trauma bond with somebody to disconnect with them, because that's how it usually plays out when you're unhealed. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Look what you did for this person, Libra. I'm so proud of you. Like, you're so strong, and you have to go through it too, so you know the process. That's why you're so patient. That sensual, feminine wisdom, like you make anybody give anybody a massive erection. It's worth waiting for, though. You know, divine timing is at work in your love life. I'm taking care of your husband right now. I'm taking care of your wife right now, says God. Let me do this. Honeymoon. You want that honeymoon, or you want to move past that honeymoon phase when you're in love and it's lusty and it's more infatuation? You want to solidify it and progress it to that unconditional love. I think you do unconditionally love each other, though. You got to do this. You got to go through this. You got to enjoy the void. You got to enjoy the void like you enjoy the bliss of a honeymoon. It's time to retreat. Okay? Enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. The holiday would be the winter void in your case. Because it's a wedding involved. The situation involves marriage. Turn it off. Why does the situation involve marriage? Well, there's an answer to that too. It's a long-term commitment involved. Time will tell, based off your healing, what that commitment will entail. One more intermission. Because this is like the healing, this is like the retreat phase. My work is deeply fulfilling. Doing that shadow work is heaven. Today, I give my best to which I do, knowing that when one experience is complete, I am led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. This really talks about taking it one day at a time. This is blue for communication. This is curing depression. This is curing any form of depression. Okay? It's safe. It's only change. So the more I do that inner work, this is somebody, if for those who can afford it, they go to them really expensive retreats for like 6 to 9 months. This person could take the next 6 to 9 months to himself. You got to start with at least 1 year at a time. Give yourself 1 year at a time. Honestly, you can't put a time limit on it. You take all the time you need. Nobody could put a time limit on your progress. It is what it is. It's like somebody hit their rock bottom is what I'm getting from this. It starts with codependency and ends with bliss of a honeymoon. That honeymoon phase is really the person standing 10 toes in their healing and growth development, that soul growth. I love you, and I'm about to show you how much I love you by loving me first. You don't know how deep it is until you come back in contact with that person again and see that they grew. Their tonality going to change, their skin going to change, their eyes look different, their body language is different. What's next? Alone time. You dig, okay? Everybody give Libra a round of applause. The influence that she has on the world. Like, people are paying for your expertise. I want to meet you, Libra. Dig. What's on the bottom? Positive affirmations. We're keeping that. You speak positivity over your life. That's why we're having these intermissions. That's something new I'm introducing in the way that I'm doing it. And I may keep doing it because it makes a lot of sense when you're dealing with multiple decks. That's how you tie them all together. Okay? Shuffle, Libra. Let's go, Libra. She can talk. She's long-winded. I hear that. She's long-winded. But she got something to say. She's helping you. You're not going to get it done in 20 minutes every single time. Sometimes a quickie is okay, but when you're intimate, that's what it is. It looks like stamina. And you could do the work. You can have a lengthy conversation, a long-winded conversation like that. It's because you're doing the work. You've done the work and you're still doing some work. 10 Pentacles. Don't job yourself into thinking you could get around it. No shortcuts is worth it. Slow and steady wins the race. This is 10 years in the making. That's what I said. 10 years in the making. Cooking. Make a meal. You're changing your diet. This person might be learning how to cook. Or you may start to teach this person how to cook. If somebody in their growth development and their healing abilities, they may come to you and ask for your expertise, knowing that you may be skilled in something, like you're good with healthy eating and working out regimens and stuff, and they may ask you for your support through that process. You're going to start to teach them how to take care of themselves by way of cooking healthy foods. Like, I'm not just going to teach you how to cook. I'm going to teach you how to preserve your body from here on out. And what's on the bottom of that is hydrate. A lot of produce, fruits and vegetables increase your water intake. For those who don't realize that, it's not a bad idea to eat a lot more fruit. Introduce a lot of fruits and vegetables to your diet. It detoxes your system. It flushes a lot of toxins out. It keeps excessive weight off of you. It's a healthier sugar because it's a natural sugar. Unless you're diabetic, you just can't have too much of that. But this speaks to people who just want to clean their act up because they're learning, they're tapping into strengths they didn't even realize they had, or just been disconnected with them for way too long. Like, I feel like I'm talking to a lot of recovering addicts, and I'm proud of you. Dad, if you watching this shit, you see what I'm talking about. Write a gratitude list. I don't know what you did with that girl. Somebody could be talking to your parents about you. I don't know what you did with that girl, but you did a good job. She's on to something. And movement, exercise, write a gratitude list. Like, this is somebody in retreat, in recovery. So if you felt like you was ghosted, you probably was ghosted for all the right reasons. It's not a betrayal. When they come back, you're going to hear what they have to say. And this is like Michael Corleone coming back for Kay. It's like, I didn't ghost you because I don't like you. I ghost you because I do. I couldn't risk your safety. I love you. I'm not going to risk your safety. I know I'm crazy about you now, but the love is going to be real deep later. You're going to reach a level of maturity where he can tell you, Kay, I came back because I want to marry you because I love you. Stop it, Michael. Don't be upset. It's going to be okay. The way you're grounding yourself right now, you're going to be tough. Soaking in a bath. Don't ever underestimate the importance of a ritual bath. What does that mean? When you wash up for prayer, that's a ritual bath. That's washing your sins away. You're doing that with the pure intention to talk to God in a state of purity. That's what that means. And dance. Somebody may not, you might have been the dance king or the dance queen in high school, and now that you're grown and life happened, you have kids, marriage, whatever, you get into this routine. It's like, I miss dancing. I miss myself. I've been so out of sync with myself for so long. This person might be a hell of a dancer. Yep. When I see sync with the moon, I see you're in touch with your emotions. That's doing that shadow work. That's healing. You're more in touch with yourself now. Your intuition is deepening with the purple. Nourish your temple. Nourish our bodies. Nourish your temple. A lot of prayer. A lot of reading scripture. A lot of going to church or the masjid or the synagogue. Whatever your religious preference is. Or if you're just home, you're just deeply spiritual. You're connecting with natural things, God's living things, plants, foods. Like, you could be, this is you like redirecting everything. Solar plexus chakra is your stomach. You're clearing out, you're debloating from all the toxic bullshit you've been telling yourself for years. Shall we go to another intermission? Yeah. And meditation. Like, you ponder. You don't just read the scripture, you ponder it with meditation. Like, you ponder, you're going deep with God. That's like having that conversation with the Most High. So you're pondering more. You're not just reading it to say, okay, I read the Bible, I read the Quran, I read the Torah. Like, I'm the scroll. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm connecting with the words. I'm not just speed reading through it. I'm connecting with what I'm studying as I propel myself forward. You take the first step, see how God make it easy for you. Like, all this, the point of all this is, Libra, you're teaching somebody how to establish peace and tranquil by going from within, by watering their garden. Your deep love, like mother's milk, like you're breastfeeding your spouse spiritually with the truth. It's about the truth. Shh. What happened? Can you please be quiet? Let me finish this, okay? All right. Here, all right, sit down next to each other, but you have to be quiet. I apologize. Intermission. I am at peace with my sexuality. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. So this speaks to me in a multitude of different ways. Like, it correlates with the dance and the movement. Somebody could have not cared about being good in bed. You might have been too under the influence. You might have couldn't have sex. You might have been so shy that you could have formed addictions just to be able to have sex to ease anxiety. Like, you could have started blowing trees. You did, to be able to have sex. It makes you feel better. It makes you relax. It makes you happy. You dig? And now it's like, now that I'm off all that, you could have had to drink first to take the nerve, to take the edge off, or take some kind of substance, and it could have caused a whole addiction, because you could have been a survivor of sexual abuse. You could have seen toxic, sexually explicit behavior amongst your parents. You could have been treated abusively through sex growing up, or if you started sex early in life. It's like, I haven't had a chance to grow into myself, so I don't know. I'm not really all that connected with my sexuality, or at least I haven't been in the past. And something with your movement and dance, you are more intimate with yourself, so you're realizing how much better you are at sex now that you're more connected with things about yourself, like your emotions, your intimacy. You probably do more foreplay now. It's like, it's not just a random tangible animal act. Like, you're more connected with it on a sensual level. And if you're a survivor of sexual abuse, you're not disconnected with your sexuality. You don't feel dirty. You don't think sex is dirty anymore. You're actually better at it, or want to be better at it, or just embrace your own sexuality. You don't shame your body if you're a bigger person, or just too skinny, too small, too big, too short, too anything. If you don't have a big dick, if your vagina walls is not that lubricated, you have to use alternate things to get it going. It's a lot of it can stem from emotional blockages. And now that you're becoming more in touch with yourself, now that you're becoming in touch with yourself, that's not an issue anymore. I embrace myself with love and compassion. This is somebody who masturbates on an intimate level now. Or if you're same-sex oriented, it's nothing to be ashamed of. And here we go again. Sacral chakra. Bruh. Libra. It's like, don't be trying to turn everybody out like that. Like, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to us. Sacral chakra. What about sacral chakra? And you got Kylie. You probably a savage in the bedroom now. It's like, I'm in love now. I'm in love with myself. I'm in love with where I'm at. I'm just better at what I do. I'm just that person. Like, you going for the gusto the next time you connect with somebody. They in for a surprise. Like, a very big surprise. Like, if it's a partner you had already and y'all was like young when y'all was together, and now you come back all evolved, they gonna think they got you in the bag, and you can be like, you had me climbing up the walls. How many ways was God called? You represented in the fashion of the truly gifted. That's Jill Scott, whatever. Bruh. I see it. And this could be a woman who was made to believe, who didn't care about being bad, who didn't care about sex because she was in a bad space in her life. She could have been somebody who just let people just climb on her and just do different stuff just to get their stuff off. It's like, whatever, let's just get it over with. Like, that kind of thing, like, that's never good. Nobody wants to feel like that. And you didn't know if you was blocking yourself off from your partner. You didn't realize that was part of the problem of blocking yourself off with your partner. Being like that. Not caring, not taking his needs serious, or not taking her needs serious, just going in for the gusto to get yours, like wham, bam, 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 hammer sex, hammer time, and then just get the fuck off. Like, what? You want somebody to treat you like that? Now you're seeing it. You're seeing it from a more mature and intimate perspective. Like, you have an open mind now. You got Kappa. Yeah, this is definitely somebody's testimony. Like, or somebody could have thought they was a sex fiend. You got Kundalini. Dig. That makes a lot of sense. Hold on, guys. I gotta tell my son something. Take another onion. Cut it in like 6 pieces. Put it in the meat. Like, pour the sauce over it. One of those is like stewed tomatoes. Just cut it in half. Cut it in like 4 pieces. So that's gonna make it chunky. And you season it. Put a little bit of sugar in it. Not enough to make it sweet, but like a little bit. But I'll tell you one thing at a time. Onions. 1 onion. Cut it 6 pieces. 6 pieces. And then open your sauces. Pour it in your sauce. Yeah, but put it on low because you're simmering it. You're tenderizing the meat. My son cooks, y'all. I'm just kind of giving him little tidbits. You got juice. Kundalini actually, there you go. Manipura. That's 2 chakras now. And you got Kundalini experience. Like, yeah, Libra, you woke somebody up, somebody woke your ass up. Like, you take it serious now. You might take stripper classes or classes to practice the art of seduction. Or a man could be doing this too. Karma, for better or for worse. You know, you realize input is output. You reap what you sow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, stop right there. And you got this on the bottom. 7. 7 is a supernatural number. Supernatural abilities. God is working with you. You know that your creative chakra is like that Empress clarified by that Queen of Wands. You dig what I'm saying? Meditate. Contemplate. Sacral chakra is starting off the conversation. It's like creativity, abundance, and pleasure. To sum up everything that I was saying, you're now experiencing on a deeper level. And it's your time to put your creative projects first. But the very ones you've had on the shelf for months, that includes your drive for sex. You could be a person who loves sex, who want to just make your partner happy. And now that you are healing old issues, you're going in for the gusto. You're going to make sure your husband, your wife, climax a lot. A lot. A lot. Dig. Okay, but it's also the time, it's not just the time to focus on your projects. That same climax you're going to give to your person, your pleasure. The ultimate pleasure is giving pleasure. That's Breathe by Raheem Devon. And the song that he made called You. And Music Soul Child. The name of the song is called Beautiful. Yeah. All those songs are significant to what I'm feeling and where you're at now in life. And you know, Kylie is right next to the sacral chakra, so you about to be a beast in the bedroom. Yes, you are. You are radical change, radical rebirth. You doing it all. It's nothing you won't do. Oh, you want me to stick a finger in your ass? I got you. I don't judge you or nothing. Like, I got you. Okay? So when you see Kapha, it's like you are grounded. You're submerged. It's like you're connected with God, all God's living things, like Earth's energy, like that nature. Like you connect with nature, and it carries a subtle way of calmness. Like you could be somebody who go into those nature parks, and it's just very sound. Like you could live in like Florida somewhere or somewhere tropical and go in those nature parks around the city, and it's very sound. You could just sit there and just be quiet and just listen to nature. Okay? And it brings you peace, understanding, and comfort. You know, like you just knowing you could be a shoulder for anybody to lean on in a more healthy fashion. It's like you created a life and you're envisioning one that will bring you a lot of contentment and stability. A true home surrounded by everybody you love. Like you're grounded in who's meant to be in your life and who is not. And you're fine with that. You're making peace with it. It used to bother you. Now you're making peace with it. So when you see that Kundalini experience, that cosmic energy, you got that serpent power. Serpent power, serpent power. You may have noticed that you're feeling more spiritually aware more than ever. And now that when you have sex and when you do projects and stuff, you need to be spiritually connected to everything that you do. It's very important. So when you could have been a person who was prejudiced against intuitive readers or intuitive people or people who are bohemian or free-spirited or people who just connect with crystals or energy or just pray all the time, you may have been misunderstood for a long time. And now that when people get that connect with you, they realize that your spirit, your aura is so clean. They become addicted to you and don't understand why. Now that there is their turn to experience their own Kundalini, their spiritual awakening, it's like your psychic abilities are rising and you feel like the flow of energy vibrates in every being. You can connect with people on that spiritual level. Now you have a newfound respect for people who are like that. And drinking water is mental clarity. Water release toxins. Water make you taste good for those who practice oral sex. it's like stay grounded in the process though, because it's like you do different things that connects to, like, you connect with nature, you exercise, you journaling, all the stuff you see on this board. You might even take up yoga. I feel like I'm talking to a Libra man when I say you might take up yoga. Like, he's so serious about his peace, it's not funny. Like, I'm not to be played with. I'm going to climax with my yoga instructor tonight. Give me 48 hours. We doing the damn thing. Like, his sexual energy is on the prowl. Like, he's in there like swimwear. Solar plexus chakra is like, guys, y'all don't hear me recording? Why are you talking? I don't want to hear nobody's voice but my own. I don't want to yell over nobody else's voice. I'm having a conversation with Libra right now. Or Libra's cross-watcher. It's like you've come to a place where you know exactly who you are. No more identity crisis. It's like you're not a person who connects with any former addictions. Like, when I'm with a person, I feel at peace, or I let the person perform all the sexual stuff on me and I just lay back and take it because that was my ego or my insecurities or my shyness just taking over the situation. Like, you are releasing inhibition. Gone are the days of confusion and blurred lines between your truth and expectation of others. It's like you grounded into an essence and built that foundation of your empowered self. That's a self-esteem. It's basically you're in touch with your inner star player. That's what that means. You figure it, you learning what lights you up. How do you want to serve the people? Like, God, I feel so good right now. I want to give back. I would go kiss this is like a Libra man or woman. I will go kiss every single woman, every mother. I hear Tupac now. You're appreciated. Dear mama. That's somebody who's just so grateful for their mom, their children's mom, everybody's mom. Like, everybody deserves for me to just go down on them. And now I hear Martin is like, but as much as I would love to go down on each and every one of you, I can't do all of you because some of you don't wash your ass. Now, you know that some of you right now, y'all pussy smell like bacon bits. Like, what? Yeah, but I'm still grateful for you. Like, you better put a tic tac up in that motherfucker or something. Like, this would be a good time for a stick up. Okay, somebody's real comical and theatrical. Somebody's very dramatic. Okay, somebody with the shits too. They will let you know if you ain't right down there. And it's like, gone are the days where somebody's coming to terms with, why do women take enough precedence in taking care of their body anymore? And you're coming to learn why. The reason why is all the things I've named. When I look at the card, I am at peace with my sexuality. It's like these women have been dogged out, ran over, raped in more fashions than one. They don't care. Their spirit has been stripped and broken. It's not that they don't want to take care of themselves. It's just a depression. They had to hit that rock bottom to overcome. It's like gens is all over them and they're depressed and insecure and just not loved, not desired, not wanted. So unfortunately, they stopped taking the best care of themselves. The pride is gone. The self-love is gone. All that shit is being restored, Libra, or your cross-watcher, whoever's watching, Libra man or Libra woman. But for the men, they want to know why the women always got a unique smell down there that's not pleasant. It's because they forgot they just stopped loving on themselves by way of environmental attitude, external things, people, places, things that dogged them out, ran them over, fucked them over, it just changed them for the worse. And now they're coming out of that shit with this Kundalini experience. Your sacral chakra's clear, solar plexus clear. You're letting go of grudges. You're letting go of abuse. You're healing. It's a lot of healing that's being taken place. We're healing the world one algorithm at a time. Okay, you're going to see the auras. You're so spiritually connected that when you see people, you can define them by way of colors. Whatever their aura is a certain color. Somebody's like in a void or something, they kind of look like they look white or black. Okay, or if somebody's in a gray area, they're in the unknown. It's like they're indecisive. Their aura kind of looks gray. Like, you're starting to read people via colors. That's dope. That's really dope. So when you see Ganesha, you see her, this look like something playful or something flirtatious, something lovely, bubbly. It's like New beginnings. You're removing those obstacles. You dig? Like you're at the beginning of a new venture that is going to bring you a lot of great joy and success. And a clean vagina. Or the men, you're learning how to pull that foreskin back so you don't have that dick cheese. You can clear all that out. It causes yeast infections. It burns. It irritates. It's like the same thing as a woman having a yeast infection. Men get yeast infections too. They're not going after woman to woman to woman. They're clearing they're having a kundalini experience. So they're clearing their sacral chakra. That's for men too. You got a lot of success and harmony coming your way because of it. It's clearing karma. Karma speaks for itself. Finally. This is good karma coming your way because you're not attracting bad karma no more. Because you're not doing too much of anything bad. This person got a hijab on. This person's praying and fasting. So you're on God's good humor. You know, you on his generous side. Like he's generous when you anger him too with punishment. You dig? So to look at karma is the sum of your actions. So if your actions is like, let me clean my shit up, let me stop dicking around and clean my shit up, that's what it is for you. It's like positive karma. You've done a lot of good, so a lot of good is going to come back to you. And you continue to devote your life and your spirit and watch how everything continues to unfold. I love the Declaration of Independence with these cards. You guys, intermission. My thoughts are creative. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. I create my own reality and everyone in it. So what I'm seeing is a documentary. Like if you remember the corner that took place in Baltimore, it's like little intermissions where they kind of interview the characters in between the scenes and stuff like that. That's what I'm feeling with your reading right now. Like to continue it, it's like the intermissions is the positive affirmations as you go through each experience, as you peel back the layers of each experience and learning where you still need to grow and what you need to do to keep propelling yourself forward. Is what I'm seeing. Savage man. That is a multitude of things. That is my King of Wands of this deck. My French deck. I haven't used this deck in so long, and I haven't disconnected with it. And then you got ancestors on the bottom. So you could come from a lineage of men who are with the shits. Like, they gun them up, bang, bang, bang. Like, they do a lot of stuff, contributions for the community, for savage or for peace. If it's going to establish peace, I'm going to do it. Why? Because I'm raising my family in this space. And I don't want no mischief. I don't want nobody thinking that they could just... My wife needs to be able to walk down the street with her groceries and my child without having to duck. That's what I'm feeling with that. So you could come from a lineage of strong men who fight. They don't just talk. They don't talk a good game. They ain't about talking, period. In fact, I don't hear nobody saying too much of anything. You know, but the savage man right here. Sacred sorcerer. What does that mean? Perfect stranger. I don't know what that means yet. Let's keep going. I'm going to do 2 more. If somebody put a hex on your lineage and your ancestry, you're the generational curse breaker. It's like you don't even fit the bill of how people carry on in your family. Like it's something real unique and special about you with the perfect stranger. Muse of dance. I told you something with dancing. You on that Josephine Baker stuff. That's a Gemini right there too, even though we in Libra's reading. Renaissance. This gives me casino vibes. You see how they courting each other? Ginger and Sam Rothstein. For so much of it that he should have just dated her and not married her. And she tried to talk him out of it and he didn't listen. She said, are you trying to handicap me? No, I'm trying to do you one better. I'm trying to marry you. Somebody is in love with your spirit. You're an ex. Somebody is just a rhythm in your, is how you move. It's how you move or how your person move. Or you're going to start going out dancing or something. Somebody, you broke the hex. Just being happy, just being in the moment, just stopping and smelling the roses. When you look at this, like you remove obstacles. When this here is like remover of obstacles, I'm going to be happy. And under that is the movement. Like it's in, look at your aura. Look how you increase it just moving. As you're getting, and what's underneath that? As you're getting to know each other. And then the Sailor is like new influences, wanderlust. That's why this person fell in love with you. It's all in the rhythm of how you walk. You got a mean ass walk. That's for somebody. Somebody got a super mean walk. Like I could just watch you walk around all day. Or if you have heels, if that motherfucker see you walking in heels, forget it. Like he's going to take you down, hook, line, and sinker. That's what I see with that. So this is somebody who's like real infatuated, and that's like pure celeste. Like this is somebody who you might be making the umrah or going on a spiritual journey overseas when I see this card. But it's pure bliss for somebody to watch you perform. That's what I'm getting out of that. You might have even made it a profession, or it might have already been your profession, and you're not doing it under the influence of alcohol or any kind of substance anymore. It's like, I don't know if I'm any, be quiet. I don't know if I'm any good at what I've been doing for a living for so long without the influence. Now I see top 5. Chris Rock's character, he couldn't go on stage and perform. The reason everybody loved him and he was so funny is because he was always drunk. Now he's practicing sobriety, and he's like, I don't know if I'm any good at it sober. I've never did it sober. You dig what I'm saying? And he had a love interest there too. Even though he had a fiance, he had a love interest in the interview. The person interviewing him, Rosario Dawson. You dig? Sometimes you realize who your person is. It's like, this person stuck with me when I was at my worst. So I feel like I owe her this marriage. It's like, and if you think about it, what is her name? Gabrielle Union. I apologize. Gabrielle Union said that later in the movie when he made a mistake and broke his sobriety because he was overwhelmed with the pressure of, she was a reality star or something like that. It's like she realized, like, I have no talent. I don't tell jokes. I don't sing. I don't dance. I'm not the cat's meow like that. This is all I have. It's like, you remember when I used to suck your dick? Like, I did all that because I knew that I would need something from you one day and you owe me. So he was like, do you hear yourself? You are addicted to this shit. Like, it was no depth in their connection. It was all physical. Needless to say, my income is constantly increasing. I begin now, today, to open myself to ever increasing prosperity. This might be your career, or it may become your career to be a performer. If it's not dancing, it could be public speaking. It could be something that you may not have done in a while, or may not have done at all on a broader platform. And now you're starting to do it, and you're going to receive a lot of success because the algorithm is higher. You're way more successful at what you do now because you're naturally good at it. That's what I'm getting from this. It's like the person he was with was stiff outside of him. He was the one with all the talent. And he finally, needless to say, he got on stage and performed at the end with the support of the reporter. She's like, you need to go up there and do your thing. Even after he found out she kind of lied to him and he felt betrayed, he didn't want to talk to her. And she convinced him, I got your back. Go perform. And it blew him out the water. It's like that pivotal moment he got to share it with somebody he had a real authentic connection with. It would have never went like that if he was with the fiance. This person recognized that about you. The perfect stranger. Sacred sorcerer, what I see is like somebody trying to hex your generational bloodline, or it's just being with somebody who's toxic, or being with somebody who's meant to teach you lessons. They're not supposed to be there for a long time, and you're coming to learn that because you don't have an authentic connection with them. They are persuasive. Likewise, like this is a talent for one, persuasive for the other one, to get what they need, to get ahead. You dig? Attract. You don't chase shit. You attract it. Focus on attracting and building relationships. You attracted your person. You didn't chase them. Even when things fell apart for y'all, what you felt like fell apart for y'all, you didn't chase them. You attracted it. It's kind of like having a sales funnel. It's like whatever your presentation is, whatever your pitch is, it keeps a person coming back for more and more. Your pitch is your feminine wisdom, your passion, your femininity. Listen to Eric Benet's song, Femininity. Okay? There's no confusion. Decide. Decide the best course of action and pursue income generating activities in your business. You are not one day in my masculine energy. One day I want to be like this. The next day I want to be like that. One day I want to be the vixen today. I want to be the prude tomorrow. It's no back and forth with you. You know who you are and what you're going to do. And that's solid. You're solid in who you're going to be, propelling forward, and is earning you prosperity. I talk to y'all like I talk to my siblings. I don't play with my siblings like that. They don't listen to me, goddammit. Okay? Brainstorm. Keep fresh ideas flowing for your business. If you feel stuck, take some quiet time. There's nothing to be manipulative about. You're not persuasive. You're not manipulative. And connect. Use social media efficiently to connect with your audience. We come in a day and time. At this point, being on social media kind of gets you buzzed quicker than when we didn't have it, when we had to do the footwork. Okay, it's a little bit, what I get from that is a lot easier now to perform on TikTok than it is to perform in front of a live audience. I don't know why, it's just like that now. Even though you're a natural performer, you prefer to perform in front of people, but to get that recognition, to look at to earn the attention of like scouters, look on these social media platforms for hidden talent. I feel like these scouters, they look on the platforms a lot to see the next big thing, the next hit song, the next performer. And it kind of pays for you to use a social media platform to get your business out there. So you can get to the point where you can perform in front of people, whether it's speaking, singing, dancing, whatever your talent, extraordinary talent is. Manage your time wisely. Delegate your outsourced tasks. Get out of shit that drains your energy. Get away from people. That's a people thing. Well, it's what I'm picking up. Get away from people and declutter. It's clarifying that. Get away from people who just drain the life out of you, that make you not want to do nothing because they done sucked all your energy dry. All the people who want to spend more time with you than necessary because you focused on your legacy and they focused on what you could do for them. Fuck off. Eccentric said it. And you're decluttering. Take the curtains off your window. I'm called to tell you that. For women, it might be more sacred for you not to do that. But listen, bring the natural light. The natural light. Connect with God's living things. Take the curtains off your window. It's important. Create a sacred space that you love so you can work in it. It has to be like a connection. I feel like, okay, in my case, my windows look like that. It's an open space. And I don't put nothing on them on purpose because if I'm asking God for guidance and that sunlight is natural, it's natural energy coming in my window that's shedding on this council session because that's who I'm relying on for guidance. Even if it gets a little vulgar with the words, it's okay because that's who's giving me the premonition to say what needs to be said. Stand out, personal brand. Be yourself. List ways that make you stick out from the rest. It's not anything you do that's your personal brand is not necessarily different. It's not uncommon. But it has your creativity on it. People can copy other things, whatever the new wave is, all day long, but they can't copy your creativity. And then you clarify that with strategize. Marketing and strategy. Results are not coming in fast enough. You need a solid step-by-step strategy in place that takes the guesswork out of it. It goes back to what I said about not bouncing around, being something different every day, seeing what sticks and what doesn't. You could try something new every once in a while, but whatever, it's like you gotta get to the point where stick to what works first, and then when you want to branch out sporadically, do something different outside of that. Elevate, new mindset, new results. It's like it's different for you now because you're doing all of this under sobriety of people, places, and things that you used to depend on, and you're not doing that no more. Or this is your person. You dig? And they're learning this from you. Intermission. It's like smoke breaks. The intermission is replacing the smoke breaks. I listen with love to my body's message. I listen with love to my body's messages. My body is always working towards optimum health. My body wants to be whole and healthy. I cooperate and become healthy, whole, and complete. Exactly. You're taking a more holistic approach. Okay? You got the 9 of Pentacles. It was in reverse. So that's codependent. Don't manage money as fast, quick as you get it. It runs through your fingers. Like 9 of Pentacles is independent and upright. So you could be straightening all that out at this point. Maybe I didn't mean for it to be in reverse, but maybe it was. It happened for a reason. And then you got 7 of Wands. There it is. You're blocking out people who are codependent on your energy. Bitch. Yes. Sorry if you're a man. I'm not calling you a bitch. And I don't say it derogatory towards women either. Okay? While you're planting seeds, waiting for it to come into fruition, you got to cut out, you got to declutter all people, places, things that don't mean you no good. Planet Mars is in the building. Moving forward. Okay, just wanted to fly out. Moving forward, but no apologies. You got the Hierophant. That's a leader. Whether you're doing the spiritual approach, religion, that's the spiritual approach to practice religion. The Magician, you're talented. I told you, you got a talent. You're learning strengths you didn't know you had, and it's working out for you. 9 of Wands is in reverse. No fighting. I hear Mary J. Blige, no more drama. Remember how passionate she got in that song? She would cry and just perform and just, it's like she was shouting in a sense. Like she had a outer body experience performing that song. And I'm not saying it in a funny way. Like I say it because the 9 of Wands in the upright is the good fight. You always fighting or combating or conflicting with somebody, and you're not no more. You're just not. This is somebody could be telling their testimony in person. Oh, Queen of Cups fell out. And what's on the bottom of that? 5 of Wands in reverse. Soldier, that's fighting, conflict, competition. I did all this for you, because of you. Even if I can't be with you at the moment, I at least straighten my act up on account of you. Like you're an excellent influence. Like you're very positive. You diffused any inner conflict in me. You have diffused all inner conflict. You have beat out any competition, and you wasn't even trying to compete with anybody. You have helped me balance anything that could have had that potential of turning me into any kind of manic depressant. You have balanced out my temper. You have helped me evolve closer through conflict, through differences. I don't argue about it. I don't fight about it. If we just different, we just different. And it's because of you, Queen of Cups. You, the empathic, the psychic reader, the intuitive reader, the teacher. Even if you're not a reader, you're just a mother, an empathic, a loving, nurturing person that has helped me. You woke my ass up. Lloyd. Is she the one for me? You open up my eyes. He sampled the song. He sampled the beat from The Art of Noise, Moments in Love. That's what I see when I see the Queen of Cups. Listen to that song too. Lloyd. The one for me. That's the name of the song. Look what you did, Libra. Or somebody did that for you. There's no arguing. It's like, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. Okay, you got the 4 of Wands. And the King of Swords. You open that man's heart is open. Look how he's looking at her like, yeah, she the one for me. I could celebrate with her every day. Like I could chill with it. I can relax around this person. I could be myself. I could tell my truth to this person, and this person will love me anyway. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Libra. This person wants you. Guy looking at you like, she's so pretty. She's so fucking fine. Yeah, she had a lot of niggas. She said, I'm the dopest one. I don't think you had, even if you, whether you did or you didn't. Whoever you used to be with, this one weed out the competition for you. You have the star. This is the star. You see that baby in there? What I tell you? Again, I did this in another reading. Like, this is what this man think about. He wants you to be the mom to his baby. He will give you a baby. Look, this baby looked just like him. It looked just like him. And he dreams about it. He visualizes it. I can heal your sacral chakra. Put one of me in there. You'll have a real genius baby for real. Like, I want you. He want to plant them seeds. You see that? Both in fruition, financial security. Obviously, he's about that if he wants to plant babies. He's not one of them stupid type of people. Yeah, bruh. I feel like he had an argument with somebody or a conflict, a disagreement, a difference of opinions with somebody, and they just agreed to disagree. Like, we just gonna crap out, or he just removed himself because the person did not want to respect his conglomerate and wanted to confuse him and just tried to persuade him against his will with the Two of Swords. And intermission, like, it sums it all up. When that Queen of Cups came out, it's like, you ain't got to say nothing else. With the King of Swords, it's like somebody who has that wisdom and mental awareness. So with that being said, with the intermission from that, freedom is my divine right. I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I am created to be. Somebody is writing a book in a way that I just articulated it with intermissions or something. Like, you might use poetry or just your own, like, you wrote the book yourself, obviously, the different chapters and the scenarios, and then you have these intermissions in between the chapters. That's something too. Or somebody who does screenplay, you're doing like a documentary style project where you have intermissions like The Corner. It just makes me think of The Corner. And finally, me taking this step, I lost everything. I lost my family. I lost money. I lost everything. It required, and really nobody stole it from me. It just required me to walk away from what was once wealth. The real wealth is the emotional connection. It's the lifeline. I filled my life with all these different pentacles. They all stand for something different that can make a person feel abundant. You just accumulated things in place of what I was feeling or wasn't feeling. I was blocking off my own emotional lifeline because it could be a mother figure in place of it. The Queen of Cups. I didn't have that. I didn't have it. So I was accumulating things in place of it, in place of how I was feeling about feeling like I lost everything. When it's a Ten of Pentacles in reverse, that's somebody who feels like they have nothing. And I felt like my self-esteem was shot. My heart was broke. It was shattered. Everything. Obviously, because... Hold up, y'all. Let me pull the card out. Once this is broke, everything just went out the window. And I may have built it up from a shallow, egotistical sense. And now I'm walking away from all the things I've accumulated that derived from a broken, shattered heart. Just lost, feeling like somebody stole something from me. And you came along and triggered it. And you opened that heart space and made me deal with why I felt like everything was stolen from me. I mean, I know why I feel like that. And I don't have conflict about it no more. I have peace. And that's the greatest wealth. The moral of all this is to establish peace and tranquil. in ways where I was forming addictions by accumulating things and trying to suppress what I was feeling. And now I feel free. I feel free to love. I feel free to be loved. I feel free to fall in love. I feel free because I have God's love. I feel like God sent you to me and I want to keep it. But I got to show up correct. I don't want to leave, but I got to go right now. That song. I got to heal. I got to fix it because now I'm inspired to fix it. I finally hit my rock bottom. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, but I'm ready. It took me a while to get here. Big said that after he done hunted Carrie down. And he finally caught up to her in Paris. So that's significant for somebody. You're going to end up in the big Europe. And that's where this person's going to catch up with you. He's going to have to track you down to find you. And say, it took me a long time to get here. But I'm here. Carrie, you're the one. And just like that, I was. I told you. She said it took the best heart surgeon in all of New York City. But for the first time, Big's heart was open. So that's spread out. Their storyline is spread out through 6 series and 2 movies. And now another series later. I think it's on Cinemax. No, Showtime. It's not on HBO no more. It's on Showtime now. So Sex and the City is a good show. I love the writers. I love the creativity. I love the screenplay. And I just love the costumes. I love the whole creative endeavor. And I feel like that's the wave that you're on. And the only thing missing is your love. You're building. All of this is slowly building your true love with the one you love. Not with who you should settle with out of societal standards. And that's what I get out of this. For you, Libra, you're teaching somebody that. Or you stood up for yourself and didn't settle for that. And now that's how you're able to teach somebody that, as well as somebody show up for you and that give you that reciprocity and give you that victory that you deserve because you don't put the work in to have the best of everything. Nobody works that hard to stay the same. And that's what I get out of it. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.